Uh-oh. It's Bangline Radio. What's going on, bro? Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's good? What's good? What's good? Lesson Lord, man. Y'all now tapped into the stream. Let's go ahead and get a good lesson Lord up here. Matter of fact, before we do this, let's go ahead and let you know, man, we are doing this thing live. You know what I'm saying? You know, this ain't no edits. You feel me? This is what the teacher is able to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is what, and look, matter of fact, while we at it, let's we hitting this thing up off the top. I ain't got too much time. I ain't going to be before you guys long to say, but let me go ahead and put these things into play, into context, so you can see, that. I ain't playing with y'all, man. Some people are truly in danger. But look at, man, just to let you know what I'm saying? When I talk about the teacher, the school is open. The school is open. The classroom is open. You know what I mean? So you can start understanding some of these things. I can walk you guys through this. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get into it because this is Build and Teach Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? Are you with me? Together. Let me know to make sure that we are together. If we are together, say that is. Okay, hard. It's affirmative. Don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared, man. We just rocking and rolling, man. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the main line. Bless the Lord. Welcome to the main line. You know what I mean? But anyway, as a matter of fact, as we talk about the main line real quick, let me go ahead and put this up on the screen right there. You'll see the number right there, 619-541-5049. And since we are not necessarily on WRBT Tuesdays, we are Thursday. Let's go ahead and put this thing into place so you guys can go ahead and see, as the teacher is teaching, I'm saying, welcome to the classroom, welcome to the school, if you guys been rocking with me, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of content, man. Make sure that y'all hold on, grab a put your seatbelt on, you know what I'm saying, grab onto your boo, grab onto your whatever you need to grab onto, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that you sit tight, to make sure that, we get you right, because it's a lot of game that's being put down, it's a lot of instruction, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of, notoriety, it's a lot, man, this is some good blessing, bless them, Lord, you know what I'm saying, some good blessings, man, some good, the blessing is definitely, bestowed and put down on us. But let's see what we gonna put up there right now. What is this? Can I put this? What is this? Build and Teach Thursday. This was to where it actually just more or less so just fit what we got. We can't do that. Oh, it's just so much, you know what I mean? We can't, but let's make sure whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna make sure that it fits what we got. I don't know how y'all been listening to what is your stream preaching. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, your content. Man, this stuff right here, it's forever. It's gonna be with you forever. You gotta pay attention, you know what I'm saying, to some of the things that you guys are doing, some of the things that you are giving attention to, because it is important, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if you guys seen that you know what, we gonna play that in a minute. You know what I'm saying, we're gonna actually get the stream started with that Christian slap. You know, but right now, we just gonna go here. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna go here with it. I think this will be something, we get right here, because this is Build and Teach. Welcome to the main line, Build and Teach Thursday. You feel me? Build and Teach Thursday. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and put that out so we guys can, get a better view, you know what I mean? A better view, you know what I'm saying, of what we're doing. And a lot of times, you're saying, I hear people and I see people, you know what I mean? And it was actually told, it was a place, you know what I mean, where I was willing, you know what I'm saying, to invest. I don't know how many, I don't know if it was in the thousands, I don't know if it was in the hundreds, you know what I'm saying? But it was pretty much all I had at that time. And I was willing to invest, all that I had to learn a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, upon becoming a better content creator and being, more fluent with some of the material that's, being created. And one thing that was told to me that a lot of times, content creators, you know what I'm saying, they spend a lot of time on, trying to perfect things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're just gonna put that school up there so you guys can see. Welcome to the Mainline University. There should be a link somewhere, in the chat. Somewhere you guys should be able to follow along. If you do, mainlineradio.com, you know what I'm saying? And there's all the prompts up in there. And then, you also can go to the QR code. The QR code that you see on the stream right there. That thing is very active. Yes, it is very active. Let's close this. We don't need that. We don't need that. It is very active. But sometimes you guys spend so much time of trying to put the wrong stuff together where, and we're in the beginning stages of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at a stage right now, trust me, where I just told my wife today, at a stage right now where, I'm actually having fun now. I'm actually having fun with this, you know what I'm saying? Because I see what I want to do. I see what things, that the potential, you know what I'm saying, of where I can actually, get this thing developed to, but at the same time, not allowing it to be, stressing me out, especially in the editing process, you know what I mean? In the editing process. But we have to look at, some of the small edits and things that, could be done, in a quick few seconds, or, there are different, advanced, edits. And this is what I'm actually learning right here. So let's go ahead and go to this real quick so we can get a view, you know what I'm saying, of, build and teach Thursdays of what it is that we're actually teaching, what we're actually working upon. And then, like, this is done live. I'm putting this down and I'm actually doing this thing live, you know what I'm saying? So you guys can, pretty much see. And if, like I said, if you guys have any questions, anything that I can help you with, anything that I can assist you with, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all tap in with me because, man, I am, your neighborhood friendly. Bless the Lord. Yeah, I mean, y'all see it up there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we ain't gatekeeping over here. We not over here gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually at a place right now. You know what I mean? Well, I'm at a place right now, and I don't really say this too much. You know what I mean? But I'm laughing at Sister Tammy. She see that post that I put as far as let's play a game. Tag your lookalike. You know, so this right here. This actually right here. This is actually kind of funny. Let's go ahead and go to this quick so we can see. But what I'm getting at is that being able to be very fluent and live. You know what I'm saying, and it takes practice. So sometimes you want to make it seem like everything is perfect. You know what I'm saying? You want to make it seem like everything is perfect, everything is good, and there's really no flaws. And that's not the reality. It's like, nah, this thing is actually it's flawed right now. So being that is flawed, let's let's put in the practice, put in the rehearsal so we can get ourselves where we would like to be eventually. But that's the trial and the error period. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying right here, like I said, Sister Tammy, she's seen this right here. Tag my look like. Let's play a game. You know what I'm saying? Who do I look like in this picture? You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to know who I think that I look like, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you definitely stay with me and we can go ahead and give you a close-up so you guys can see what the close-up look like of this right here. You know what I mean? And hey, real quick. Hey, and then again, you're saying, like I said, I was just talking about the QR code right there. That is the QR code. That's right there. Like I said, and then you guys be able to see, especially when it comes to the streaming aspect of this too. You know what I'm saying? So you got certain things where we're doing this, but like, are we actually been able to stream and hold our what do we call it? Hold our
another Glow Power production.
our Glow Power production. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to definitely put that out there, put that into play so people can see exactly what that is. You know what I mean? Our Glow Power production. You know what I mean? So there is different levels, so it depends on what it is, where you're trying to do, where you're trying to get to, with this. And then, that's how we can begin to start putting these things together, man. Like I said, I am your content doctor. But, you know what I'm saying, before we get here, let's go ahead and show you, what I'm saying, like some of these edits that we can get into. And it just takes time, you know what I mean? You gotta put in that work, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to it, though. You guys can see it in full, we just having fun with it now.
Check it out.
Yo. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. This is Christian music, I bet you with a slab. The word of Thunderdome, my voice will rumble, fitted caps. Turn that music up to my cup and just laugh at that joker when he approached me and we know he just mad. This is Christian music, I bet you with a slab. The word of Thunderdome, my voice will rumble, fitted caps. Turn that music up to my cup and just laugh at that joker when he approached me and we know he just mad. Lean back like a rocking chair, snap my fingers, two-step there. Like a candle, don't take chances. Light shine bright, we ready for advances. Seeing signs of a new beginning. Shooting higher, kingdom winning. In a world where the slurs occur. Press turbo, now I'm right among you. I'm on you like a big bad bully. Why the opponent keep looking fully? Armor strapped up, check me seat. Animal blocker across the street. That lion steady trying my conscience, but my thoughts stay strong and cautious. Third down fix, play fleet flicker. Trick to the zone, move much quicker. Find me in the suburbs, rumbling waves. Taking it home while the father saves. Hear him speaking, I'm just listening. These Christian slaps keep glistening. Clearing in a whistle with a fresh new cap. Speaker bass booming while I'm lacing the track. 20 inch stunner while I'm making it snap. Blue for the movement and we bring it.
All right, so obviously, I mean, you guys seen that. You know, we did. Bless the Lord, bless the Lord, bless the Lord. Yeah, I so that's something that I did, obviously, you know, with CapCut, but I can actually, you know, show you guys, you know what I'm saying, you know, other ways on how to get some of these animations and how to get some of these, you know, videos, how to get, you know, these pictures, how to put your prompts into place. But since this is Build and Teach Thursday, let's go ahead and get into, you know what I mean, what I actually want to talk to you guys, you know, about. And yeah, keep this thing going, man. I know, you know, it might look like, you know, I've been slacking. I haven't really necessarily been on the live, you know, as much, but if you understand and you know, that means, you know, we have been working, man. And let's go ahead and put this to the main line real quick so you guys can see, get to this main line real quick. And what photo y'all think we in right now? And if it is Build and Teach Thursdays, man, which folder do you guys actually think that we are actually in right now? You know what I'm saying? What folder do you guys think we get in? We are in. And I'll give you a little bit of assistance. I can give you help. I can give you a prompt and let you know we are in the blue folder. If you said blue folder, you have called it. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you know, and there's another thing too, is what we was doing as far as being an interactive string. You know what I'm saying? You know, that where we can start zoning things and we're going red folder, blue folder, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So you have to, you know. And I'm, you know, holy boast. Oh my God, you guys gonna hear a lot of that, and then it's gonna start making actual, factual sense. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, let's make sure that we got some things together so you guys can see some of this real quick. You know what I mean? And what happened? Wait a minute. Let me see. I don't think right now. I don't think y'all recognize, I mean, that you are tuned in, you know, to another down to earth podcast with mainline radio. You know what I'm saying? Checking in. Man, let's go ahead and get this thing on full string. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to see this beautiful production full. You know what I'm saying? Full string. You guys are tabbed into mainline radio. You know what I'm trying to say though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, and I don't know if you guys had checked in. You know what I'm saying? This is where we do got the live stream, Let me show you guys since we is on Build and Teach Thursday. Let me guys show you a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, how this actually, you know what? If you want to know, you know what I'm saying, we will get into this a little bit later. But I did, you know, want you guys to be able to see, you know what I'm saying, that you are now tuned in to the main line. Let's go ahead and hit him off with another bless him, Lord. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man. Get with though, bless him, Lord. So okay, my fault. It's too much going on all at one time. It's too much going on all at one time. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say though? But let's get to it though, man. So I can go ahead and render this to you guys, you know what I'm saying? So, the building C structure, you know what I mean? Something that I really want to talk about right now, you know what I mean? And this is, remember, it's been learn one thing and build one thing. You know what I'm saying? Taking things, one at a time, right? So let's go ahead and open this thing up, with a question. Look it. So uh with a question, right? So let me ask you something real quick, right? Mm, Let me ask you something real quick. We're gonna leave this alone because what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Moving on, moving forward. I am kind of like a perfectionist when it comes to certain things, but I do these things live. You know what I'm saying? So these things, you know what I mean? And it's took a lot of trial and error, a lot of time, a lot of hard work, you know what I'm saying, that I had to put in into this for you guys to be able to see and make some of these automation correction. I mean, so where you guys can see it and it all just makes a beautiful sense. But look here, so look here. What if I told you the difference? Y'all need to pay attention to this because this is important. The difference between the creator that's making $100 a month and the creator that's making 10,000 a month isn't always talent. Come on, I need you guys to get this. I need you guys to understand this and follow me along because this is very important. You know what I'm saying? So the difference between the creator that's making $100 a month and the creator that's making 10,000 a month, in this situation, it's not always talent. Sometimes it's simply what they choose to build. And that's why we got to pay attention to some of the things that we are building, a lot of things that we are giving our attention and our time and our creativity to, because it needs to be meaningful, it needs to be purposeful, and it needs to be able to generate something that's a little bit more longevity. We're not just chasing views and viral moments. We talk about this all the time, but not everybody wants to sit back and really understand, especially when it comes to content. We're talking about content, and content, it's going to be an open lane. It's always going to be an open lane. And let me share this, guys, with you guys too. I was scrolling Facebook, Instagram, something not too long ago. And do you guys know that there are now content creation classes that you could take as far as in college? There are programs, criterias that are set up, curriculums, better said, that's set up for you to be schooled and taught and get a degree in content creation. You know what I'm saying? So and I thank God, I thank God for me even being able to see, where and how, you know what I'm saying, this development, the way that I've seen it, first, and that's the school that I'm currently enrolled in right now. You know what I'm saying? Arizona State University has a content creation program where you can get a degree in content creation. So make sure that you guys look to, you know what I'm saying, if you want, let me go ahead and I'm not gonna do that right now because we're gonna stick, to the script. But Arizona State University, the school that I am currently enrolled in, the school that I have received my master's in applied behavior in special education, is now offering, content creation courses to help you become more certified and get a degree in that. So let's go ahead and get, to it. So we're gonna go to part one in this situation. So part one is stop chasing and just start building. Stop chasing, stop, and start building. The how do I go viral? When maybe is the better question. The thing is not how do I get to become viral, but the better question is how in the process of this am I setting myself up for success to actually be valuable. That's what's key right here. So how do I become more valuable? Because a viral video it might change your week. Understand this. It might change your week. All them endorphins and that serotonin levels might be increased, and you might have this, this good feeling. But a system, literally, pay attention to this, guys, because this is very important. A system will change your life. A website is a system. So make sure that you're developing, you're getting a website, a place where people can contact you, people can reach out and they can direct you to. These are the things that's actually important. Having a email, you know what I'm saying? Having the right, email system into play. You know what I mean? Because the things is communication. People, your followers, people who are listening to you, people who are, seeing your content, they want to be able, to see you, and be able to, to speak with you. You know what I mean? So to be able to communicate with you, make sure that you're developing, you're working diligently, to build a brand. A brand is another identity, an identifier of having a system, a storefront, making sure that you're doing things, I'm saying, to have a storefront. Because sometimes, and I'm just being honest with you guys, there are people who want to be able to support you, but there's nothing that you're giving, or you're not giving them an outlet to want to be able to support you. I'm saying, so therefore, right there, you see it in the school, mainline radio, university, I'm saying, or just get directly in my inbox. You can hire me, I'm saying, hire me, follow me. You can hire me as well, but follow me. And this is where we're giving, attention, to being able to help you guys be in a better position to make, some of this, better, quality content through it. That way, you put yourself in a better position. And, I am starting to go by a new name. You know what I'm saying? I'm always handling different handles. And it was kind of interesting. The other day, I was sitting on there and I was speaking with my wife. She looked on my dresser. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys know, I wear a lot of hats, a lot of hats, right? And she gonna look at me like all my hats are gonna say, she gonna say, why do you got so many hats? But anyway, following up on, what I was just saying, is I do have a new name. And my new name, I am the content doctor. I'm the content doctor. You know what I'm saying? I think that I've worked hard, you know what I'm saying? And, I might be enrolling in that class pretty soon. That way I can have that certification on the wall with some of my other degrees. You know what I'm trying to say? And yeah. But a storefront, getting back to it, I'm saying, a storefront is actually, developing, a good system. And let's get back to that browser photo. You know what I mean? Because this is Build and Teach Thursdays. So I do also hear people saying that, AI is replacing creators. But in our reality, if you look at things and you're following, oh yeah, this is another beautiful one too. Alicia Little, you know what I'm saying? There are a couple people, that I've been following, you know what I'm saying? And Alicia Little, she is one of the persons that I've been following because she gives a lot of good game, a lot of good resources, a lot of good information, you know what I'm saying? And she holds these seminars, that you guys can definitely go to. Let me see if I can pull this up so you guys can see, because she, now this is okay. So Alicia Little, she's another person, but AI is actually, and she helps. This is what she helps you to be able to develop. Which come over here to the school, the main line too. I'll be able to show you some of this shit. But shout out. I mean, there. But AI is not replacing creators. It's actually becoming, more of an assistant. So it's how you are putting yourself in a position to be able to have AI to help, assist you in some of these things, especially when we're looking at things as far as, your marketing strategies, marketing tools and stuff like that. It doesn't replace it. It just enhances your reach, so, and, don't have, any discrepancies. Don't discriminate, against, allowing AI to help you with your titles, allowing AI to help you with your thumbnails, allowing the AI to help you with your outlines, allowing the AI to help you do a little bit of brainstorming, but don't let it replace the authentic person that you truly are. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it replace your testimony. Nobody can tell your story better than you. So we have to be able to, keep these things into perspective and just know, yeah, it is some things. It is some things, make sure that you stand on the main line. Make sure you stand on the main line about it. That's what it was right there. Okay. Yeah. Make sure that you stand, on the main line, standing strong, standing firm, standing tall through it all. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get to this part right here. Part three. Part three, I mean, it's important because this is where, as you see right here, Mainline Radio, this is my brand. A lot of things I'm saying that I have been building is surface around, Mainline. And, Reverend Dolce is going to be on the Mainline. And then who are you reaching and seeking? You know what I'm saying? If you need to be able to get through and have something to be able to happen for you that is valuable, you need to be able to know who you can contact on that main line to be able to give you that accessibility for these things to actually, become more into, fruition. But so, the main line, you know what I'm saying, is, one of my really, I'm gonna be honest with you, is kind of like my main brand. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we have the Blessed Lord. And I'm gonna say, well, see, let me go ahead and share this guys with you guys real quick. So we do have, the down to earth. A lot of things started from the down to earth, and then from down to earth, is when I began to branch off into the Blessed Lord. You know what I'm saying? The down to earth, to the Blessed Lord. So, he came from heaven to earth to show the way, what I'm saying, from the earth to the cross. And that's when he began to put the Blessed Lord, you know what I'm saying, together. But in this whole process, in this time, I was building, Reverend Dolce, which Reverend Dolce was the artist, you feel me, which is highly featured on the main line, Reverend Dolce. So a lot of these songs that you would hear on the main line, is, Reverend Dolce. And that was another created, person that, I would be able to start writing, for taking myself into these mental journeys, of creativity to kind of produce that sound where, I begin to operate and work, writing the Reverend Dolce, the REVE, revealing, REVE, revelations, REVE, reverence, REVE, revelations, reverencing God, revealing revelations by not Dolce. Say, baby boy, can money become my slave? And me not a slave to money, because money cannot buy me love, for love is God, and he gives his love freely to all who will accept it. So therefore, knowing who you can call, who you can get in contact on the main line is very important. Then, from there, the main line, and then this is what I say, because this is key. Y'all know I can't, I was holding this one because I cannot not express and give, notion and give energy to this, because this is something that I also hold on to. And I just, man, listen, this right here, the double RBT Tuesdays. Oh my God. We went and we start talking about, the masters in the ABA, inspector of education. I'm saying, having that thing to reference, but now starting to cultivate this, the double RBT Tuesdays. Come on, can we get a ribbon? Can we get a ribbon right now? You know what I'm saying? While we up in here, let's get a ribbon for sure. Man, this is major. You know what I'm saying? So this is also another, attachment, another outlet, another, how can we call it? We're gonna look at it from departments. It's another department, up under the umbrella, of the establishment, being part of the ecosystem, what you're talking about, building systems. This is key right here, you guys. Build and Teach Thursdays, we are live, make sure that you guys follow me, on all platforms, Reverend Dolce, or you can, contact me to the main line, hashtags is highly up there, main line, is out there, or, just hop on, the QR code, which is right here on the screen. That QR code right there, that QR code is right there on that screen. it works. You know what I'm saying? That QR code, it works. So you can hit that QR code at any time and tap in. You know what I'm saying? But right now we are on the Build and Teach Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about, branding. Branding, it isn't just a logo. It's what people feel when they see your content. They feel like this is how I'm attached to this. This is how they recognize your style. This is how they recognize this is how they recognize your message. This is how they recognize, what your purpose genuinely is. So, when people see mainline, I want them to think I'm about to learn something. When people see that, when that mainline, when they come up and they see, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. You see how you see how that red folder, it tried to pop up there real quick, you know what I'm saying? But what we're gonna do, we're gonna revise that, you know what I'm saying? And this is another thing, as far as some of the things, what's your stream preaching? What is your stream actually preaching? You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we're talking about revising lyrical awareness. You know what I mean? So therefore, let's go ahead and put this thing into place. So go ahead and hop right back into that blue folder. If you know what I'm talking about, hop in that blue folder and go ahead and put the main line. Sorry. That red folder. He's trying, but the globe power reduction, the globe bots is out there, man. Welcome to the main line. But I want people to understand. When they see the main line, look at that's branding. I am about to learn something. So in closing, you guys. Like I said, I wasn't gonna be here for you guys, long, but to come on here on a good Build and Teach Thursdays. Let's go ahead and end this thing with a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Let's end this thing with a challenge. So before today and before the stream and before you guys become doing to whatever it is you're gonna do, let's go ahead and accept the challenge. Let's not just watch another video. Let's build something. We got to be very intentional in what we're doing and building something, not just wandering. You know what I'm saying? The Bible, biblically, it talks about occupying, being very intentional, in what it is that you're doing. But if you're just a wandering mind, you don't have no discipline, that's what's going to happen. We talk about setting yourself up for nothing but stagnation. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be stagnant. Let's be intentional about what we're doing. Create your logo. Well, let's launch a page. Let's just not talk about having an idea about what we're going to do tomorrow. A lot of times we will sit back today, spend so much time scrolling, sitting back, and what we're talking about today, we're going to talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. But guess what? What end up happening as we talk about things from a behavior lens, that what you're giving more increase to, it becomes habit. So therefore, you get in a habit, and it's comfortable with you telling yourself, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. And because tomorrow comes and nothing really changed, but everything is kind of, it's okay. So you ain't really worried, because when you told yourself, when you think, watch this right here. So when you told yourself today, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, you was comfortable. So when tomorrow comes and that same thought comes, guess what? You're going to be in that same level of comfortability. But what's taking place is you're not building, you're not creating, and you're being stagnated. And what you're doing is you're reinforcing a behavior that's not productive. So, we're talking about the challenge right here. Let's make sure that we launch a page. Let's write your business ideas, whatever your business ideas is. Design your first shirt, your first merch, you know what I'm saying? Schedule your first live stream. And if you are having any complications with anything that you're doing, man, make sure that you guys reach out, to me, Coach Globe. Like I said, you can find it anywhere. Hop on, the school, hop on, with Coach Globe, and I can help you guys get to where you need to be. Like I said, I'm not gatekeeping over here. You know what I'm saying? It's no gatekeeping, over here, but at the same time, over here, what's different about over here is you have to really want it. I'm not just pitching ideas. I'm not planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just sitting here, I'm not walking by you and planting, a productive seed of something that, can sprout up, and you don't really want it. The seed is planted, So I'm not, this is what the word of God says. There is one who does the planting, and then there's one who does the increase. So sometimes, when you are sitting back and you're watching, you have a responsibility. You have something that you need to be doing in order for this thing to work. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, let's bring clarity to this. I've already been planting seeds. So the planting seeds, right now it's time, to reap the harvest. But we have to be able to reap this harvest together, especially if you want a harvest to be reaped in your own life. So right now, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So there's no gatekeeping it, there was different over here. You have to want it. You know what I'm saying? You have to reach out, to me, be deliberate, see things, follow the content, because I'm teaching certain things day by day. I'm showing you, what I'm learning. I'm showing you the trial and error. I'm showing you these things live. I'm showing you guys, these things. So let's be, very intentional, and make sure, how we say one hop, one step. Let's take one step, one hop. Let's begin to, catapult ourselves. Let's have a vision, for what we see and how we identify ourselves as being successful. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's have a vision, for how we want to identify of seeing ourselves successful. And then we begin to take some, to where we begin to clamp to that thing. Let's clamp to it. Let's set a magnet, out there to whatever our goals is, whatever our admirations is, and let's hold on to it and let's magnetize this thing to where we can create, some energy. Hey, shout out to LaRussell too. I met LaRussell. Not too long ago, since I've been in Houston. I met him at the airport, But he said something today, man, that really has inspired me, and it let me know, that, God, and the same thing, that God, he's in the midst of certain things, especially when it comes to divine appointments. And I've been having some divine, appointments lately, and of course, I will unravel and I'll share them things, with you guys, but right now I want to, pinpoint, this thing with LaRussell right now, man. Shout out to LaRussell, because it's something that he said that made a lot of sense. And I've been saying this today, and I've seen it, come from him, as far as having balance. And I've been saying this all day today. We have to have balance. And I'm going to give you the analogy that he used. The analogy that he used was something that I used, a couple of days ago, as far as, a Duracell battery. You know what I'm saying? But the way that he put this thing together is that having a battery, you have to have a negative and a positive charge. You know what I'm saying? So, the way he put it together, he said, look if you don't have a negative and a positive, because you know how these things work, it won't start. You won't ignite anything. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, he was expressing balance in this point, man. Like I said, shout out to LaRussell, for giving that analogy, of energy, of expression, of having a balance. So therefore, there's some things that you got to have the negative with the positive to ignite a charge, to get some of these things going in your life. And that's just balance. You know what I'm saying? Taking the negative, and we've been doing that, with this right here. As we, I just show you, with that red folder and revising certain things, going to that blue folder, just having that balance, right there. But making sure, that we're being intentional and hollering at, me or anybody, that you can, or anybody that you follow, but whatever it is that's going to get you to that place that you need to be, man, make sure that you strap on, hold on to it tight, and don't really waver, and it's going to be some trial and it's going to be some error. Like we start off the stream today, man, don't be looking for perfection, just be looking for progress. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. Not looking for perfection, but looking for progress. But check it out, man. This is Mainline Radio. I am Reverend Dolce, also known as the Spirit Man Walking, man. Make sure that you guys upload, create, and earn. And remember, hey, look, this is Building Teach Thursdays. Learn one thing and build one thing. Hey, let me know in the chat, what it is that you guys are building today and how can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely stay good, stay blessed, man. We're going to end this with a blessing of the Lord to make sure that we stay. Is that? If not, don't find yourself somewhere. Oops. My fault, man. My fault. Nah, but y'all stay good, man. Let's get to